as long as we are concerned, Africa is one. I am not a Ghanaian. I am not a Zambian. I am not a Zimbabwean. I do not recognize a Ghana. I do not recognize a Zambia. I recognize Africa. Yes. One Africa, one passport. One passport, one citizenship, one currency, one military command, one central bank of issue, one communication system, one people, one destiny. That is the Africa that we want. And we are here not to beg for it. We are declaring it as of rights. And it is ours to do so. Nobody has the right to sit in Berlin and declare Africa divided.
I see this. I don't know what this protest is all about, but my question here about the protest, do you think Africa will unite as you claim? I just ask, because I don't really think Africa will unite as you. The protest we are doing is making sense, but to me, I keep asking questions because even in Nigeria, like I'm in Nigeria, right? Inside Nigeria, we will not unite. We are not uniting with ourselves as Nigerians. Not talk less of talking about to even uniting. Nigerians always want to unite with Africans for their own selfish interest. Yes, we wanted to unite with other Africans because our selfish interest, because of say we run there for our own selfish interest. That is when we want to unite with other African countries. That is what I'm saying. Because when you go to Nigeria, inside Nigeria, we are not unite. Why? That's what I'm asking you. Where you did Ghana, they do a practice of Africa unity. How is it possible? Who are gonna unite? Like I'm just asking the question. No, how is Ghana possible? Because I saw you are taking this process serious. Where I don't know. I just asking question. How is it Ghana possible? This is what you are preaching. You are preaching Africa unite when Nigerians are the most problem in other African countries. How is it's possible? I don't know. I just want to answer the question. No. How is it gonna possible? Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Michael Agbatokobabonejes, aka Barrister, your number one barrister on TikTok, the voice of peace, the voice of unity, and the voice of truth between Ghana and Nigeria and Africa at large. For some times now, or for some period of times now, there is these flyers going on up and down saying that on the 18th of October 2025, there will be a citizen arrest at where East Legon American House, which is Dr. Chukwudi Ihedetu, the Igbo chief or the Igbo leaders' house. They are going to arrest him. And I find it difficult to believe that no, this is not Ghana. This is not Ghana that we know. Because Ghana is being recognized in the whole wide world as a peace nation, a peace country, a place where law enforced, a place where law work, a place where the constitution is being enforced, a place where the jurisdiction is actively working, a place where the police, the immigration, the soldiers, the military, the government is seriously working for the peace nature of this country to remain as such. But these things that we have been saying on social media right now have baffled me, especially me, Michael Agbatokobabonejes, aka Barrister, and I took it upon myself. The act that they are using, I saw this thing on Hassan Ayariga's page on his TikTok handle, and I was wow. Have they gotten to this to the extent that we'll be going to people's house to go and arrest them? Okay, fine, let me dive into it. When you read the section that have been put out over there, section 63 of Ghana's Chieftaincies Act 2008 Clause Act 759 outline offenses related to chiefs. This act has outlined offenses that are related to chiefs. Please let's listen very attentively. If you are a Ghanaian youth and you want to be part of the people that will be going to the American house to go and jeopardize or put your life into danger, jeopardize your career, or put yourself into danger where they will be arresting you eventually, because I know very well the government will not sit down and see anybody to try to destabilize the administration of NDC. Please and please, with your respect, if you want to go over the place, I don't have any problem with you. You can go and do your citizens arrest. But please listen very attentively before you go over there. These offensive are or outlines offenses related to chiefs, including acting as a chief were not qualified. The third man we are talking about, Dr. Chukwudi Ihenitu, the Igbo leader or the Igbo chief in this country, was elected by his own Igbo people. The first offense, the man was elected by his own people in this country. Let's go to the second one. Using insulting language. Okay, let's take this one that the man said that some of the Ghanaian youth are uncultured. Why? Now let's take it into consideration. During this Igbo must go, Nigeria must go issue, if you check the internet right now, if you are actively on the internet, you will see how some of my fellow Ghanaians have been using abusive words on Gamanche and on the Nigo traditional rulers or the traditional rulers of Ghana. You will see how some people have been using abusive words on the Ashanti King, the Otufo. You will see how some of the youth have been using abusive words on the ministers of this country. You will see how some of the youth or some of the bloggers have been using abusive words on the sitting president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. So tell me why the man will not refer that some of the youth of Ghanaians who are insulting their leaders or their elders in this country are uncultured. Please, that is my opinion. Please, that is my opinion. That is my opinion. And I can criticize at any time I want to criticize. Please, lend me your ear, Keke. The third offense is refusing a chief's call to attend an issue or refusing communal labor. These are in the act. The man have helped build school for this nation. Kwekwana said it on his platform that Nigeria has built police station for this nation. The man have been invited to Nugwa Homo Festival, which he attended, which have cost a lot of Ola Balu. The man had been invited in Ashanti Kingdom. He went over there for the funeral of our beloved Queen Mother of Ashanti, who just passed away, who was buried some few weeks ago. The man went over there, yet there was chaos on the social media. Please, let's continue. Let's make it fast. However, subsection D, which criminalized the refusal to honor a chief summon, was declared unconstitutional by the Supreme Court in the case of Ajay Aponfo, an Attorney General and the President of the National House of Chiefs. The court found it to be unconstitutional restriction on freedom of movement. Please let us be very careful before we go out over there that we are going to do citizen arrest. We are going to do citizen arrest. The man is not acting as a chief. According to him and according to what we saw on TV3 News when they granted interview to him, this man said he was elected by his own people. He is not somebody that is chief or king in Ghana being recognized for Ghanaians. He is just recognized by his own people, which the constitution permits him. The second one is using insulting language. How can a whole citizen like me, a Ghanaian citizen, a proud citizen like me, when I want to address the nation or I want to speak or I want to do TikTok, I have to be using abusive words on the Gamanche, the Ashanti Kingdom, and using abusive words on the leaders or the ministers and the city president? Do you think it is something that is called for? Do you think it is something that we need to encourage in this country? Think twice when you are going to do the citizen arrest. I'm not stopping any of you, but when you are going over there, prepare to meet anything, because I'm telling you, Ghana police will be fully there. They will pick each and every one. I late Hassan Ayariga said he reported the Igbo king of his activities in this country. He submitted petition to about 15 organizations. What is now that we want to take the law into our hand? Even though the constitution permits citizens arrest, but in a way, when you are present, there are offenses there before the constitution permits that one. That there should be a citizen's arrest. If you see anybody causing violence or doing anything, you can't see somebody breaking into someone's house and you as a witness, you will not arrest the person or you will not call police. That is what the constitution means. If you are present, please Google about it very well. Read very well before you put yourself into trouble in that day. Because me, Michael, I'm a proud citizen of Ghana and a proud Votarian. I will never follow any politician to cause haywire, to cause chaos in this country. If Hassan Ayariga is saying he have reported this Chukwudi Ihenitu, the Igbo chief or the Igbo leader in this country, to about 15 organizations, until now we have not heard anything. He should go back and go and cross check. Why is it that they are not arresting the man? Have you presented your evidence? Have you submitted your evidence against the person? If the man is into money ritual, is into selling of human part, is into anything, even the traditional rulers of this country came out and told you people that the man is not having any 50 acres of land. That project has been abolished. The minister came and said it. The foreign minister came and said it. But yet, you guys want to do this thing act of hand. You want to do this thing in order to cause harm to the country. That is what I'm saying it. You make a lot of investors that will plan to come to this country will not come because of this haywire on the social media. Please, Ghanaians, I'm begging my fellow Ghanaians, let's do this thing in a diplomatic way. You see, this thing we have caused on the social media, the internet does not forget to. This thing is moving at like a speed of light. So let's be very careful. The name still remains Michael Agbatokoba Bonages, aka Barrister. Thank you all. Follow, like, share, and comment your view. Please, I don't accept abusive words in my comment section. And for those of you that do not want me to talk, I have the right to voice on any matter in this country. I have the right to criticize. I know my right very well. Follow, like, share. If you have any info, go to my bio. My number is there.